Hi everyone!
Hello!
Welcome to Numenera.
Woohoo!
We are playing the Jade Colossus, which is a campaign. You'll probably see some kind of lovely pop-up somewhere on the screen showing you the game that we are trying out. Murray has a bit of info as to the background as to how come we're playing Jade Colossus.
So we answered the call that was put out by Monte Cook Games from Sean and Darcy. Hi. Basically asking if someone wanted to play it, especially on this weekend. So I think in game stores around the US and around the world, it's being played in demo games, and we're first. So it's 2 a.m. currently in the US on the East Coast. So we're well ahead of the game.
However, when this game comes out.
When this game comes out, that won't quite be the same, but we're the first to play it.
In reality.
Can't try. So we're going to give it a go. So a little bit of background as to what we'll be doing with it. This will probably be a one-shot adventure set in the campaign setting. Mostly we're going to give you a taste of the campaign rather than go through the whole thing and spoil the whole thing for you. We'll probably just take some bits. I will also be adding a little bit of a spin to it which won't appear in the campaign. Just fair warning that you can add this in. But I've had my idea was inspired from the campaign, so that's where I'm getting all my ideas from, just to let you know. Okay, awesome. Without further ado, we have 3 new characters. So you guys will have never seen these guys before. These characters that they've quickly created, and they're a bit of an oddball group. So there's not a single human amongst them at all. They're all abhumans or other kinds of machine. So perhaps we go to Johnny first.
All right.
And are you?
All right. Well, we are Bargle Grabble. Bargle Grabble is a Latimer Jack who focuses 2 personalities, which is why I said we at the beginning. Just so you know, I'm not royal. So the way we're going to do this is that I am going to play Bargle, and John is going to play Grabble. Sometimes.
So Johnny is Bargle and John is Grabble.
But we inhabit the same
So confusing.
body.
Well, it's easier than Johnny John.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's true. Thank goodness.
Next adventure though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. So we inhabit the same body. A Latimer is a symbiotic relationship between 2 organisms. One is a fungal mind, and the other is a large, hairy, bipedal body. So the Bursk is the body. He's not particularly intelligent, but he's good at hitting things. And the Neem is the fungal mind and has a lot of intellect abilities. So depending on what state,
That's cool.
whether we're in Bargle mode or Grabble mode, will either be sort of a bit like a nano or a bit like a glaive. But yeah, it should be interesting. We'll see how it
It's
works.
gonna be fun.
Cool.
That's cool.
Cool. Over to Ben.
Excellent. Hello, I'm Ben.
It's not Benny. It's Ben.
That's right.
Just Ben.
I'm playing a machine construct android, who I guess we'll hear about how he emerged at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He is, if you think data with the emotion chip, sort of 50% working, it's a fairly good sort of personality analysis. My friends call me Cypher.
Yeah.
The first 2 bytes of my actual name are 0100110111010101.
I can say that he has actually written that on his
That's
character
right.
sheet, which is silly.
And
really.
if I actually say my actual name, it sort of sounds like a modem handshaking.
Oh, can you give us a demo?
You rung the fax machine.
That's right.
So good.
So yeah, the kids and my friends call me Cypher because I'm like one of the Cypher type machine sort of devices, a special interest. When I need to be repowered sort of once every week from one of the stones that comes from the Jade Colossus, but whenever I can, I shut down and usually ask someone to put a cloth over me to keep the dust out of my joints, and then I can be restarted by a touch to the back of my neck.
Right.
Excellent.
Like a non-erogenous zone.
That's right, yes. That's right.
The opposite of a neurosis.
I start in different modes.
It
depending
turns
on,
them on. What are you
That's
talking
right, that's
about?
right. I get started in different modes depending on what button they push.
Right.
Sometimes I'm very angry.
I've written mine out.
Oh.
I'm an AOC, which stands for Array of Colours, but whose name is actually a complex display of changing colours along the crystals which adorn its body. AOC is a Durek, a creature of living rock. It communicates through the colour of its crystals and the manipulation of temperature from its molten core. He also can manipulate rock and sound like that, but that will obviously make dialogue.
But I can read, you can virtually talk to me at
Yes,
normal speed, because
in-
I can tell the tiny differences in the brightness and intensity and
temperature
hue
and
of the
colour,
stones.
yes.
Yeah.
And I can sort of, well, Bargle can sort of pick up the vibe.
If he's
Yeah,
glowing bright red,
there's ow, that you burning me. It's like,
Gravel doesn't really grasp any of it.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Cool.
I'm currently seeking a new home territory to raise my young. I have no gender, and the whole concept of gender is completely alien to me. In reproduction, I simply grow a new outcrop, and when the growth has developed a personality of its own, I break it off, and it begins an independent existence. I may or may not have various younglings growing on me. Who
That
can
is
tell?
cool.
Yeah, so cool.
And I'm a massive body of rock. I'm 8 foot tall, close to a ton in weight.
Oh my God.
Suited to smashing, bashing, and crashing. It also carries anything needed by opening a fissure in its limbs or torso and encasing the items safely within the rock of my body until it is needed. I don't eat, but I absorb organic matter from the surrounding environment. I moved away from my home territory around the clock of Kala after miners moved in and attempted to harvest the crystals from my body. And when the Jade Colossus emerged, I happened to be in the middle of it, so it basically absorbed me and I absorbed it, and I've spent some time coming out of the Jade Colossus, and hence in my natural state, all of the crystals on my body are green. Jade
That's
green,
so cool.
in fact.
Lovely.
So I was a maintenance android on the Jade Colossus.
You think?
Yes.
I think
You
I
could
was
have had
actually
other
found.
purposes.
I was actually found in the rubble and destruction surrounding
me.
the edges of it.
Yes,
And,
I found both of these
Yes.
creatures.
I emerged. So I'm a Durek glaive who shapes living rock, is mine.
Oh yeah, I've got the thing.
You're
Descriptive
mostly
type of focus.
humanoid though. Is
I
that
look
right?
completely humanoid. That's right. I'm an
Completely.
android, so I
With
look.
skin,
That's
Right.
right.
tones and everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool,
right.
cool.
Exactly.
Too easy.
And a voice which is comforting.
Yes. Melodic and soothing.
Beautiful.
Just
So nails and chalkboard. Yeah.
So we are an
Yeah.
odd group.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you are the one who sort of is the founder. You found both of these
Yeah.
guys.
The
So I've-
founder, literally.
I've been exploring the Jade Colossus, looking for ciphers and other such things, and
found me.
I've found these two, amongst other discoveries. But I've kept these two as my companions, and they've gradually gone from being things
Yes.
I own to just companions.
That's cool.
So a little
There's
bit
still
of
weirdness to that relationship.
a little bit of background history in case you haven't been looking at the Jade Colossus campaign guide or anything like that. We should probably tell you what the Jade Colossus actually
Yes.
is.
Yes.
So about 5 years ago, around the town of Ballard, which was a medium-sized town in the I was going to say
Steadfast.
Hamptons, but the Steadfast around that area, the Hamptons.
Steadfast,
coming to the Hamptons near you.
similar vibe.
In the Steadfast area, ambiguous
Not
and
at all.
vague. This town was a happy little town until a huge outcropping of jade emerged from the ground, bursting forth and destroying part of the town. And this thing is about 900 meters in height. I'm not sure what that
So,
would
so,
be.
so, so sort of like little town, just a peaceful village. Whoa! What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly. And it ruptured through the ground and emerged as this 900-meter tall thing, which is something in feet, which I have no idea.
So the night,
Someone can have a guess.
it's just a tiny bit taller than the Burj Khalifa.
times 3.
Burj Khalifa, yeah. The
Burj
badge.
Khalifa.
Australia.
2,400 feet, 2,400
Yes.
feet. Yeah.
We, us 3 come
2007.
from Australia. We're filming in Australia, and Murray's from New Zealand.
I will
And-
occasionally say the word six or fish.
Yes.
Which
Or
will
can, I
go,
have,
oh my God, you're such a New
can I
Zealander.
have a pin? That's right. But
Yeah, pen or pen
That's
really
right.
throws them.
Yeah.
Them completely.
Yeah.
That's their weakness. Their one weakness.
So we're not
I
English,
pin it to
right?
the wall with my pen. Oh, what have you just done?
So parts of the town of Ballard were reconstructed, and people are just living their normal lives now that this weird artifact has grown out of the ground. And it's become a bit of a mecca for explorers coming into town and moving into the Jade Colossus and trying to find artifacts, relics, ciphers, oddities, those kinds of things, and pulling them out for profit or for gain or for to use in their experiments, which many around the town are doing currently. These three have become friends with Satina, who runs the observatory. Satina is a scholar and dresses as a work person, so she's got leather kind of coveralls on, and her hair's always messy and covered in grease. She has an ability to phase through walls, which I think you probably appreciate.
I appreciate that.
She can phase through objects and often communes with an object at the top of the observatory, which she says she uses to study the stars, but also uses to delve deeper into the Colossus, or Colossi? I think it should be the Jade Colossus to discover its secrets. As far as the Jade Colossus goes, many people no one knows what it's used for, what it was back in whatever billion years ago it was created. Some people think that it's a prison that holds different kinds of creatures because there are some humanoid type objects within there, such as the Eye of Transcendence and Ben's character Cypher. And the Mouth of Exaltation. So many different kinds of relics that are inside this massive structure. So there's word that maybe it's some kind of god that's been created, and it's yet to awaken. Maybe it's a prisoner being held there by some other super nation before time. So no one's really sure, but everyone's eager to kind of go exploring and find out. So that's sort of the Jade Colossus in a nutshell. There are two different groups that sort of make up the major political powers within the town, which is the Jade Protectors, which are what they would say is the good guys. They try to keep the peace as much as they can, and also try not to have people abuse the Colossus by stealing stuff that they shouldn't, or breaking things down for their own gain. So they try to manage all the thieves that enter into the place, and they do an okay job of it. Then there's the Heritors of the Colossus, which I imagine you guys have had dealings with both, and you might have varying opinions on this, but the Heritors of the Colossus are more about personal gain. So they're really about making deals with other people and trying to find out the secrets themselves, and for what purposes are more selfish type purposes. I imagine you have traded with them. I'm not sure if you morally would have any kind of qualms about doing that.
What is this concept called, qualms, of which you
Exactly. So Satina deals with both, though with the Heritors of the Colossus, they're more underhanded, but yeah. And a lot of people deal with both. They're not necessarily outlawed, they're just frowned upon, and they're not looked on favourably by the Jade Protectorate. And that's that's the situation around the place. There's a lot of weird, strange artifacts. You are not the only people that garner looks. There are other automatons that move around the space, and a lot of strange lights in the night from different buildings as people try to garner secrets from what they found within the depths of this Colossus.
Is it kind of semi-transparent, the whole building kind of thing?
No, it's quite. If it is, it would be so thick as to not be able to have any light penetrate through. So, so it's very, very thick. It's a solid rock.
Yeah.
There are lights though. I think I showed you guys a picture. I'll see if I can flash one up on the screen, or whoever's editing this, show you a picture of it from a distance. It's got sort of its own ambient lights and strange triangular shapes and circles floating around it, almost like a set of dice floating around it.
Oh yeah.
One might think. The gods are playing Numenera.
With D4s.
With D4s. Wrong system, gods. Wrong system. You three have spent the last 3 days within the Colossus, having not seen any daylight for those 3 days. The building, the structure is impenetrable for the most part. There's only one entrance and exit, which is called the Midnight Gate, which is where the town blasted a hole and reinforced it before the Jade Colossus could seal itself up again. So it is the only entrance and the only exit that anyone is aware of. And the three of you emerge through the gates. Excuse me, I have the flu, sorry.
Me too, I'm a bit sick too.
And
I thought that was the sound of us emerging. But
it could be the raucous sound of sneezing. You emerge from the gate to the sound of children as they run up towards you. They recognize you immediately and they come running over. The leader of this group of kids is a boy named Hala. And he is missing one of his eyes, which has been replaced by some kind of oddity. So not something that's too magical or anything in it, but it seems to be an eye that moves around. He can't see through it, but he's strapped it on there.
That's cool.
And it watches everything, however, doesn't follow any movement. It just seems to watch everything as it goes around. A little Mad Eye Moody, except without any real
magical.
Yeah, without
cool.
any. And he comes running up to you, and the kids all gather around you. Hands all grip on. Your kids climb up on top of you. You're quite used to it, and you may enjoy it or feel uncomfortable.
That was laughter.
yeah, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, we're playing our characters. The GM's impenetrable.
They climb on. And,
Greetings, young
tell us of your stories. Tell us of your stories. One of them's on your back, and they're like looking through your backpack, trying to find things and pull things out. What did you find? What did you find? Says Hala.
Oh, all sorts of interesting things, young man.
They wait. Like what?
I pull out.
I can give you a complete inventory in alphabetical order should you desire.
Tell us a story. What did you find? What did you find? It's just like
Interesting.
a hand goes over your mouth, and other hands that kind of try to shut your mouth, which you experience every single time. No, we don't want to hear stories from you.
I hold up my
Rockhead.
I hold up my left hand. I found a new attachment for my left limb, and it goes, and there's this little sort of icy, two little pincers appear, and these little crystally icy things appear.
They're like mouths open.
I think it provides protection against fire and heat damage.
And also makes ice cubes.
That's right.
It's a drink dispenser.
I think it may be safer to do some more investigations before I activate it.
The frost starts to creep up your arm.
Well,
The hand stays frozen for a while, and you try to hide it, perhaps.
That's right, yeah.
It's going to need some thought.
I get distracted.
Yeah.
They quickly turn their attention over to you,
And I-
failing to keep your mouth shut as much as
And
possible.
my right arm turns into a little set of tools, and I start going.
One of the girls comes over and watches you and tries to follow your actions, but the rest of them gather towards this strange creature
Yes.
that they love to talk to and pick the fleas off.
Like a clan of monkeys. Ooh,
I open a hatch just like Luke Skywalker in his hand, just right away.
The girl comes over and sort of face too close, just starts watching.
it's like frost attached. Oh, it's like I licked it.
That's right. Yeah.
She goes to touch it occasionally, and you sort of like batter away, and
Safety first, young child.
that lasts for about 5 seconds.
Yes,
Tell us some stories!
We went down a dark tunnel into a strange cavern, and I found this. I hold up.
What does it do?
I hold up these little metal rods that a little bit like a tuning fork, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, there's almost nothing to it. It's just two
that's
metal
cool.
rods that are attached at the
Wow.
end, and I sort of hold it out to them, and they all stare at it, and I sort of
They
wait.
wait.
Waiting for it to
I'm
explode. That's right.
sort of holding it there and letting the tension build, and then I say, 15 minutes before sunrise, every day, it rings.
They look up at the sky.
This is how we know
What's
we've been
15
under
minutes?
the ground for 3 days.
It's really cool. It's like a celestial lump.
Is it 15 minutes yet?
No.
What about now?
No.
When will it be 15 minutes?
Soon.
When soon? Now?
Gotta get used to this, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me out of it again.
Yeah. Now?
Can I hold it? Yeah,
Of
they
course.
do. They look at it and whack it a couple of
Nothing
times.
happens.
When will it work?
In the morning.
Okay, can I have it?
No, give it back, please.
Come on, I'll borrow it for a short time and then I'll give it back to you tomorrow when
Alright.
it rings.
Give it back tomorrow. And
And
then we...
Halo's like suddenly his status in the group has risen and he
But make
holds
sure
it
you
up.
take very good care of it. It's very important.
Is it a weapon?
No.
Are you sure this is wise, Bargle? Is it completely safe?
Well, it's been safe for the last 3 days.
You hear one of the conversation whispers into the ear of Halo, maybe it'll help me against the whisperers. Just shut up! Is it a weapon?
No.
Do you have a weapon?
We all have weapons.
I am a weapon.
That's true. Anyway, we should be
Can
going
we
now.
keep him?
I open up a fissure in my chest, and inside is a little tiny ball bearing. And when they get close, I just close the fissure.
Well, Halo tries to stick the ball.
I've seen this before. I'm like going, nah, and then it like bounces off you.
Bounces. Hey, I kind of think I heard a ring.
All right. Well, Halo, we must be going to see Satina now.
Are you seeing Satina? Can we come?
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, please, please. Oh, we want to come.
All
I'll
right.
help you fix your hand.
My hand is fully functional. Thank you very much. Gives a
Finger to everyone.
I'm bored.
Alright. With 8 children, but not moving any slower.
Or faster.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
You carry these
we make
children
our way down to the
over-
observatory.
So, in the observatory, you can see that the top of it is spinning and lights are flashing from inside of it. And the kids are like pointing towards it. And as you get towards the door, you hear a ringing sound come from Hala's hand, and Halo holds it up.
Oh,
It works!
It's not the morning.
the device seems to be functioning.
Yes, but not when we thought it should.
Bargle, you assured me that it was safe and its behavior was predictable. Putting such things into the hands
Ow,
of children
it's getting
is
really hot.
unwise.
Ow!
I'm gonna send out
He
a little.
drops it onto your back, and you start to feel it like the heat of it through the rock.
I'm gonna absorb it. So basically, build a rock wall around it.
Okay, cool. You can smell something heating up on your
It's
back.
alright, he's got a molten
Yeah,
core.
I've got a molten-
yeah.
Heat is not really a problem.
Okay, there's a ringing kind of chiming sound that
Tickle.
the kids kind of move around it and watch the glowing coming from the stone on your back, which sort of emanates up through the crystals.
Right, I'm gonna shoot out like a long rock, sort of
Like a tube.
column that holds it at the end of it, and basically holding it out to sustain it.
Okay, so you head into the.
Yep.
Okay, so you go inside.
I mutter things about causing children discomfort and,
Are you going to keep the children on you?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Can we bring them with us?
Alright. Some of them head off and go off and do other things, but you've got about 8 children
Yep.
left climbing on board. One on your back as well, unless
Yes.
you want to shoot
That's
the
fine.
child off. It's the girl who is tinkering with something on your back.
She's making my finger go.
There's something happening back there. It'll probably be superficial.
That's
it'll
right.
be fine. But you do feel happier, so that's good.
I'm feeling unusually ebullient.
What about now?
I feel deflated. I'm very happy already.
You guys are walking. Your mood's
I am
changing
social
rapidly.
media. What? Sorry.
I like this.
I feel like an
Smiley
angry
face.
emoticon. I feel very upset. I'm going to compare your argument to...
Oh no, sleep pattern not working. Oh, why is my face all dark? So you head up into the building. There are oddities all across the walls here. The whole place crackles with Numenera, and as a result, strange things are known to happen within Satina's building. What am I thinking? The observatory. And up the winding staircase that leads to the top, you see the strange artifact with lenses and lights and electricity playing across it, and it rotates and spins, hovering just above the ground to the open air. And this thing is moving rapidly, lights going everywhere with maybe some kind of strange mechanical sounds.
Oh, I can do that. Is the tuning fork still tuning?
Yeah.
It's inside the rock, and is
It
there like
probably-
a workbench or
It's
something?
quite.
of
Yes,
this?
there are numerous workbenches here.
Cool. I'm going to basically hover it above her workbench and just let it drop.
How's
It-
that?
Yeah, that's cool. It drops and hovers and just rotates
Oh, wow.
along with it in the same direction as the spinning of the...
Oh, with the artifact?
Yeah, it seems to be somehow
That's
resonating
So
with this.
have we seen this artifact before, or is this brand new to us?
This is a brand new one. This is maybe one you brought in with you.
Oh, right.
Unless this is something you want. Is this on your character sheet?
Word.
Oh, no, I mean the one in the room.
Oh, you've seen it, many
Yeah.
times. Yeah, it's constantly getting upgraded with different things you bring in. So it's
So
possible this has
I
something
let you
to
know
do
that you were wrong about
Yeah.
oddity.
Yeah, the kids are just watching, and you have to keep them away from the area, which is clearly marked with some kind of white paint to show don't go.
So
near this area.
I
You probably put it there.
encase their feet in my body so they can't actually climb off me. and
Let
get
us
into
go.
trouble.
That doesn't play well. They are, let's go. This isn't a fun game.
Okay.
One of them
Bye.
starts drawing something on you.
I'm a tagged wall. Stop.
With his, like-
God. So all right, I
You're
release
like a
them
piece of
all.
charcoal from a
was-
fire.
I release them
Yeah.
all and I get slightly warmer.
Oh, okay, yeah, they step away. And they move over and start looking
I
through
lift-
some of the
I-
oddities and things like
Lift the
that.
girl off my back.
Feet dangling.
Prepare to be
Wait 1
alighted on the
second.
ground.
Just slip something on your back of here, feel like compartment close. And then you can put it
Oh, she's like done some repairs to you.
I think you have a career, a future career in mechanics.
I don't know what that means.
I feel exceptionally. I am functioning at 105%.
Put me down!
Excuse me, young lady. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you quite stable?
She's run off now.
So is Satina here?
So you stand there for a
For
while
a
waiting.
crowd of children into this room.
And then slowly the giant device slows down and stops, and then you see Satina merge out of the inside of the machine,
Oh,
Steffi
cool.
phasing through it out into reality, and not reality. Who knows what's inside that thing? Oh, you come back.
Yes, we've.
Excellent. Where is it?
I make a pointing pinnacle of my arm, of my rock at the thing.
Excellent. Well done. Was it difficult? She goes over and a number of lenses drop over her eye, and she looks in at this
Oh, that's
thing,
cool.
and she brings you over. Here, quick, put your finger here. Only activate it, and then tell me everything.
Well, we
you,
went.
you feel it like a very strange tingling, and you feel your the batteries or whatever is
Power
inside of
cord.
it
Yeah.
starts to recharge as you
Ah.
do it.
We went deeper into the Colossus. Deeper than we've ever been before.
Higher.
No, deeper. I just said that.
But in higher as in further in heightness. Deeper into the height.
No, deeper.
I don't understand metaphors.
Who am I talking to here? She looks over you with a telescopic eye bearing into you.
I am Bargle.
Oh, good. Can't stand it when your other half is here. He wrecks everything.
I just involuntarily stamp one of my feet.
He crushes it. Everything rattles. The kids kind of scatter. And they'll go, and they'll look a little bit scared
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
for a moment.
I am quite large and hairy.
With a weird mushroom fungal growth across your back.
Nice.
So gross. Yeah, they. She asks you as many questions and you know and throws you a bag of shins for your travels, which you can split between you. I'm not sure what exactly you would do
I
with
just
it, but
absorb them.
maybe
I just, you know.
you buy precious minerals
Yeah.
to add to your collection. Perhaps your offspring requires certain minerals in order to grow.
I've got several pumps.
How many shins precisely?
Let's say 20 shins each, which is not bad for a little kind of thing.
Did we have 50 before, is that right?
Yeah.
60.
So you are quite in the money.
We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along.
You do, you do.
That's the next
Mhm.
lyric. Sorry.
Now, are you tired? Are you rested? I mean, of course you're both probably fine, but
I could do with a little rest, yes.
excellent, excellent. Well, there are beds downstairs if you wish to use them, and of course I have restocked some of the foundational walls since you were here last. You have got to stop eating them.
All I need is a
Do you
comfortable
want this
corner.
place to crash down? some of the devices I have are quite good at melting through stone. She points at you, and you feel her finger start to go through you, and she goes, "Don't eat the foundations."
Okay.
All I need is a quiet corner, and I would appreciate if you cover me with a cloth to prevent dust buildup.
Oh, well, yes, and of course. And here, she hands you, pulls off a cloth and gives you a midnight stone, which is a obsidian black stone with green wiring, it seems, on the inside. It
Excellent.
lights up.
I shall recharge. Excuse me while
Can I put it in?
What
You
is-
can't even reach into your head.
What
Let
is-
me do it.
What is your name, young female?
Kayleen.
Kayleen. That is a very pleasant name, I imagine, if people found names pleasant.
I promise I won't break it, please.
Very well.
Please.
Here, come over here to this corner so we are not obstructing the true passage. And I walk over to sort of an out-of-the-way corner.
You transform.
Yeah, and
and start to
I give her the stone.
catches it.
And I sort of go, and my knees sort of collapse, and I go down to a crouching position so she can reach.
And you unbuckle parts of your head,
Yeah.
and it opens up, and she starts like pointing. The other kids all pour around and kind of looking. No, not there. It goes like this. And you wonder what other things have fallen into that thing.
That's right. And she puts it in.
She puts it in. It takes a little while as she does it, and takes out the old stone, which seems to have faded.
Would we have found some midnight stones in our travels as well?
Yeah, you've probably found maybe a D6 of them.
5.
Whoa, you got 5 stones.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
And then I hold out the cloth and I say, please cover me with this. Once I powered, no.
So you have no idea what they do to you next.
That's right.
But you power yourself down.
Yeah.
You go
I go down to the basement.
down to the basement, and
I go to my bed.
You go to the bed.
Freak.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
freak
Like a normal person.
What's a bed?
person.
There are a number of minerals down there, but not nearly enough to satisfy you.
Ah,
I don't know if you have any other gnawing habits.
just know the foundation.
Are there this building by itself, or are there other buildings nearby?
This building is by itself. It's like a lighthouse.
So I'd have to go out and eat someone else's foundation.
No,
You
a
would.
passageway.
Yeah, I might surreptitiously try and build a eat through.
Yeah.
So I'm not eating into the
Yeah.
foundations, but perhaps inadvertently creating like a secret passage
Yeah.
to the observatory.
It's a great idea.
From some other place.
All right,
So-
I'm going to get you to make a roll to see how successful you are at this, because I mean, engineering isn't your strong point.
No,
but
yeah,
stone
eating rock.
is.
I'm just eating rock.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So I would say,
intellect or might.
do you have any skills in it?
I've got climbing, carrying, and smashing.
Probably.
Smashing?
Well, smashing might cause an
Yeah, I'm
effect
kind
you
of just
don't want to have
absorbing.
happen. So let's say you've been eating away at the foundations here for a while. So let's say it's a difficulty 3 in
Alright.
order to do it.
Cool.
And you don't want to expend any effort, I imagine, because you're trying to recharge.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
right? So is there anything you want to do to affect the roll?
Well, I've got. If it's might, I've got edge to spare. So
Yeah.
I've got 4 edge in my might.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we can drop the diff down by 1 easily
Yeah.
without any
Did
kind
you
of
put all your edge into might?
Yeah,
no.
he comes with 3 edge in his might.
Wow,
So
that's
he's massive.
Massive. Yep, easily.
Yeah.
Well, no, did the differs.
Yeah, I dropped it
Oh,
to 2,
yeah.
so 6. Yeah, got that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, there's a little bit of crumbling and a little bit. So when a little bit drops off, I just kind of like absorb that bit and keep going.
yeah, you start the process of it, and hopefully it didn't rumble too much upstairs. In the middle of the night, you get woken by Satina, who she still has the goggles on, and smells like she hasn't washed in a while, and she shakes you awake,
All right.
and which you appears.
Well, technically, usually, Latimers tend to wake up in the fugue state, which is a bit of both. And then they kind of find their way into one or the other. So, I'm sort of a bit of a knife's edge, toss of a coin.
What's a bargle gravel fugue state. Great.
Grabble.
Bargle Grabble. Both
Grabble.
Bargle and Grabble.
Yeah, well, I mean, which one am I? Grabble.
So you're Grabble.
Grabble doesn't like to be woken. So Grabble goes to grabble her throat.
Cool.
What does Barkle want to do?
Oh dear. Well, I mean, Bargle's much more interested in keeping this relationship going because it's worth a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's quite
It
lucrative.
pays pretty well for very small things. So I don't know. I mean, what do I normally do to stop Grabble from doing his thing? I mean,
it's
I
up to
could
you.
I think it's just an act of will, isn't it? It's like an intellect, just to try and squash that
Ooh,
personality.
opposed intellect roll.
With himself.
Oh, okay, what's my intellect?
Our intellect. Well, we have the same intellect, but it's sort of. So our intellect is 17. Is that?
I don't know how an opposed roll against yourself is
I
going to
don't
work.
think that works. No, normally you just make a difficulty 4.
Oh, do you want to make a
Changed.
difficulty for
Change.
to stop yourself from grabbing Satina?
Yeah.
Go for it. Do you want to? Is there any effort or anything you want to expend?
I've got an ability.
Yeah.
I've got easier change.
Okay. So that
which
drops it down to 2.
2.
Yeah.
So I reckon I can just do that.
Okay, do it.
Whoa!
No, that's a 1. That's a 3. So it's a fail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
So there's a broken monolith on that one, which shows a critical fail.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
1 is actually rank 1.
So it's you've
Yeah.
passed a difficult
So
one.
he's failed. So
It's a fail, but it's
Grabble,
not a critical fail.
Grabble grabs her.
Yep.
And tightens his grip and throws her up towards the
Bargle,
moon.
meanwhile, says, "I'm terribly sorry about this. I really can't do anything about
She's
it. Please,
And-
please excuse me."
and then drops her on the ground and stands up. And by that stage, you're able to pull back and take control.
That's
She's this.
I really am very sorry. You have to understand, he's quite a brute, and he doesn't like to be woken in the middle of the night.
The hands just like.
What time is it anyway?
Okay. She stops for a second and. There's a fight outside. I need some
What?
help.
A fire?
Fight
A fight?
outside.
Oh, well, you should have said so at the beginning.
Pushes you 5 shins.
Grabble quite likes
Help.
fighting.
The others.
Oh, right, yes, okay.
And then falls unconscious.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly run downstairs to the tunnel that has been formed.
As
right.
you're running downstairs, you hear the sounds of an argument right outside the door.
Just sort of 2 people, or
It sounds like there's more than 2.
as in 30, or
Probably a small group's up to about 6 or 7.
okay.
So I wake,
I'm not asleep. Yeah.
whatever that means. What do you even do?
I just absorb rock.
Absorb rock?
Yeah.
Chill
There's
out.
no sleeping. Yeah.
Aok, I need your help. There's a fight outside. We need to break it up.
Okay.
I imagine you're quite good at this sort of thing, aren't you?
I turn,
You start moving up the stairs.
come out of my corridor, and then head up the stairs.
I run as fast as I can.
You're going to wake.
Wherever you are. Where are you?
Just standing in the corner.
With the cloth over the
Down,
top.
I'm
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
kneeled down like this, holding out the.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
right.
did the kids cover me up?
No.
Oh, you
Not
dusty.
really. I
I've
think-
stolen the cloth.
I think they tried, but it fell off.
Fell off, okay.
Oh,
So I'm
kids
sort of-
aren't very tall.
I'm down on my haunches, you're holding out the cloth. Or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
With my head
So I touch you on the back of the neck.
Please state the nature of the system's emergency. Oh, Bargo, a pleasure to see you.
And also you.
And you hear the same sounds outside.
We have a fight to break up.
I hear the pitches of a fracas.
Yes. Whatever that means.
Oh, my.
Okay,
So we
you
burst out through the door.
cool. Slowly. You go
Oh
first.
yeah, can you not move fast?
Oh, yeah, no, speed. I've got a disadvantage on speed.
Oh, right. So you really can't move fast.
Not fast,
So
yeah.
good. All right.
Walking speed is
So you
top
Kind of
speed.
inexorable, but not
Yeah.
quick.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I love
So you
it.
go.
Swimming-
You
swimming's
probably go
even
first.
worse.
I
I'm not
imagine
particularly
you're
fast, but
probably halfway between
Yeah.
Murray and Johnny as far as speed goes.
No, I know. I'm very.
You're
no,
quite live.
I'm very live. Yeah, very, very
Yeah.
live. Yeah.
Would you take the lead then?
No, I'll follow him.
Okay. You
Right at his shoulder, slightly awkwardly, closely.
Too close.
too close. Yeah. Personal space. What is personal space?
What is this personal
How do you
space?
define
Which is-
Why does
space?
one need it?
I'm
How many
fascin-
meters is it?
I'm fascinated in this concept. Would 300 millimeters be sufficient?
Not the time.
Alright, so I burst out the door and say, "What's going on out here?"
Alright, so outside you can see that there is one person who you recognize as a woman named Bede. And Bede is of the Heritors of the Colossus. She is dressed in looks like leather armor of some kind of synth material, and she has a gauntlet on her hand which has a jade crystal embedded in the center of it, which seems to just show multiple shining facets around it. It catches the light on all angles, which is a little strange. And she has her hand kind of gripped out like this, and across from her is a group of 3 Jade Protectors. And they are saying, "You better give back that item. I know you stole it, and I didn't steal anything. You've got no proof. You think you own the town? You're bullies. And you give it to us now. We don't want to cause any trouble." She looks over at you, and I'm gonna get you guys to make a intellect roll
Oh dear.
on a diff of 2.
Okay, I can do that. That's what I
You
do
can
last
expend
time.
anything you like.
No.
So I got a 6, so that
So
passes.
diff of 2.
Yeah.
Yep, 5.
You
Smash
notice her do the hand gesture for the cash, look over at you, as in take my side in this argument,
it. And I'll pay you.
and I'll pay you. However, no negotiation of fee.
No.
But then looks back at them and says, "I got this fair and square." And they're like, "Oh, really? Where'd you get it from?" "Because I heard you got it from Milana's Oddities, and she wants it back." You've worked with Milana, so yeah.
I shake my fist, and my fist turns into a blade. I say, I suggest that everybody calm down, and we have a civilized conversation to resolve this issue.
Keep back, Relic. This doesn't concern you.
Who says that?
One of the protectors.
I don't know what to do about that.
Talk to my
I think what he's trying to say is...
I'm moving towards the protectors.
We don't want any trouble from abhumans. We got no quarrel with you.
I should hope not. Especially since these two are actually from the very Colossus that you protect. Surely you should protect them as well.
Green crystals.
Of course, we look after them. So you would side with us to make sure that these items stay within the town.
I am not taking any sides currently. I don't understand the situation yet. Perhaps you could explain it to me calmly.
It's none of your business.
More about attitude.
Do you want to make intimidation?
Yeah.
I can make
what would you like
a-
to? What role would you like? Maybe just one role that you
Can I
can
make
support.
like a
So,
diplomacy
I'm
roll, and
a
he can-
physical force.
He can
so-
sort of lead some weight.
all right.
Literally.
Let's
My
say
position.
let's say that that takes 1 difficulty off. You've got yourself an advantage on that.
Mhm.
So make a roll, sir.
Cool. I'm trained in interactions with others in my
Alright,
current
so-
state.
Drops the diff by 2 so far. Anything else you want to do to add to it?
I think so. I think that should do us.
Yep.
I could spend some intellect. How much do I have to spend to drop a the difficulty?
3 points. 3 points? 3 points. 4 points?
I don't know.
Free, brain freeze.
I think it's 3.
3
Three.
points.
What's
I'm
it-
pretty sure
what's it,
everything is done on 3
3 and
tickets.
then
points you
5.
pull.
3
Yep.
and then 5.
Yeah,
Three
3.
and 5. No, I think I'll just make a roll.
Okay, go for it.
What could possibly go wrong? 5.
Alright, so
Blitz it, baby.
Yeah, Surely it was
They,
not
they
harder than
ease,
5
you
up,
can
so I
see
dropped the difficulty
eyeing
3
you
times.
off, and they can hear the reasonable argument you're making. They step back, and they say, "Well, what do you propose to do about it?"
I propose that we take the item into custody and then resolve the truth of the matter.
We heard she stole it
From who did you hear? Whom did you hear that?
from Milana's. She told us all about it. She sent us here.
You stumbled over your words then. I'm fascinated about why this happens with human speech patterns. Excuse me, what were you saying?
Go and get Malana.
That is actually a great idea.
Bede says, "I'm not going to stick around here. I'm getting out of here."
Meanwhile, hand me the item, Bede. I will shall take it into custody. And believe me, you shall be compensated as
She-
you suggested. If
Whoa,
matters-
she. Do you see the
Sorry,
angry face go,
what?
"Are you trying to bribe these three?"
Oh, have I
I
spoken
wasn't
out
trying
of
to
turn?
bribe, she says. Ben,
GM intrusion.
I have a GM intrusion for you.
Excellent.
If you would like to accept it,
Mhm.
you can. If you don't think you have any XP, free to say no
Yeah.
at the moment.
So you can't
So how it works
accept
is you can accept one of these, and then you give one to one of these guys, and tell them why you'd like them to have it over the other person. No, really, just a reason for them to have it.
And what do I do with the intrusion?
You can hold on to it. It's an experience point,
Yep.
which you can use if you'd like to at some other stage,
Okay,
or you
cool.
can hold on to it and spend it to improve your character later.
Okay. And then I give this to someone else.
Yeah, either Johnny or Murray for some reason, whatever reason you'd like to suggest. Maybe they role played well. Maybe you like Johnny's beard better than Murray. I don't know.
And you do fisties with beards. Yeah.
I think I just dropped his negotiation in the middle of it.
In the middle of it,
For coping with his friend.
That's a nice, yeah.
A little
yeah. Just
insensitive.
sabotage.
Just smashed my diplomacy
That's right,
roll.
I know.
All right, so the GM intrusion is that there is a flash of light, and which blinds everybody for just a moment, and Johnny and Murray, you both feel a fist slam into your face, and as your eyes recover, you see Ben has smashed you both in the face. Two Bens, what's your character? 2 ciphers.
2 ciphers.
3 ciphers, in fact, all up. 2 of them have just punched you and attacked you.
Mm-hmm.
Their hands replicate into blades on one of their hands. On the left hand, is it?
So my right hand is a blade, the left hand is a multi-tool kind of thing.
Yeah, so the right hand turns into a blade ready to strike into you. So there are 3, from what you can tell, Ben has just turned on you and multiplied.
But only 2 of them are attacking.
And what's Bede doing?
Bede's hand is clenched tight and it's glowing.
Mm.
Now, we've all played D&D and Pathfinder before. However, your characters have not. And so from your understanding of the situation,
Yep.
you have been attacked by Ben.
Characters have not played that. Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
alright.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to bash the cipher attacking me aside and make my way towards Bede.
Okay,
Cool.
go for it.
So I am going to 2-hand smash the cipher
Yep.
away.
Yep. Rock
And I'm
cipher.
gonna spend some. I'm gonna spend some effort. Just one effort. An 11.
With 1 effort.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, it dodges out of your way.
All right.
Gracefully
I still make my way towards.
and agilely.
So if it dodges, I'm
You brush it
walking
aside
towards,
as you go through. Yep.
I'm walking towards Bede.
Johnny?
I am going to push this version of Cypher, the one that's attacking me, away from myself.
Go for it.
Which I can do. It just costs me 2 intellect. Do I have to make a roll on that?
Are you using push?
I'm using push as a special ability.
Yep. I'll quickly
Remember, if you
Jump
roll or
onto
if you
it.
Just do it.
push is a glaive ability. No, it's
Nano
a
ability?
nano ability, sorry.
Just to confuse things.
Just to confuse everything. Yep.
I think I just spend,
You can just do it.
spend the points and undo it.
All right. So what does that look like for you? How does that manifest for you?
So it's a very much a mental thing.
You're on every camera, Ben.
No, I'm so
Great.
sorry, everyone. I'm cold.
So I kind of just like close myself up and just kind of concentrate, and whoever's near me just flies back.
Yep. You see Cypher go flying across the space. Yeah, and hits the side of a building and falls down. Ben, what do you want to do?
So I have the second level of skill in interfacing with electrical machines and specializing in Jade machines.
Yep.
So I'm going to go into sort of interface mode. So at first I'm like confused about what happens. I look and I just go,
Are you my friends?
yeah, and then I just interface from a distance, spend an intellect point, and detect if this is a system that's related to the Jade thingy. What's he? Oh,
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Colossus.
Now do you need to roll?
Jade thingy.
Do you need to roll for
Monolithic
that?
thingy, big spiky.
It's an
thing.
action. No, so it just means
You just need to expend a point.
yes.
Spend one.
Too easy. We'll mark that off. And yes, this is an item that comes from the Jade Colossus, and it seems that it is. That you are able to register, yes, that the two others of you are from the Jade Colossus, and also the Fist is, and also a couple of other oddities around the place.
So my experience.
Something inside of him.
That's right. Yeah. My knowledge of systems is limited, and my memory of systems. But it wouldn't surprise me that there's multiple versions of me who all have responsibilities, or that. And I guess I'll use the next few seconds to work out if they are actually duplications or they're projection, and then the next moment after that I'll want to interface and take control of them, I suppose. Yeah. Which would definitely take a roll.
Okay. The two ciphers. One is right next to you. Leaps onto your back and starts clawing its way up you. It seemed incredibly nimble.
Okay.
The other one, Johnny, yours, just lifts itself up in the most alien-like fashion, and Bede starts running. Running away, and the Jade Protectors will go to attack all three of you. So one of them it starts attacking you for suddenly attacking everybody else. And so I'm going to get you there. One of them's going to pull out, it looks like a blade to slice across your throat while you are interfaced.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
So I'm torn to chase her down, or to just turn and sort of interface with one of these things with a multi-tool and try and shut it down. So
These humans are getting in the way.
That's right. So I'm going to see if I can speed defense duck under one of the humans to engage the other cipher instead.
So shield kind of appears.
That's right. Yeah.
So you've
Actually,
got
I
a shield
just literally use my forearm, which is like hardened steel.
So not even looking at it,
No.
you sort of
Ching!
block
Yeah,
it
yeah.
while still staying focused. Okay, make a speed defense roll.
So I basically just get a +3 on the roll. Or no, you know the difficulty. Do you?
I know the difficulty. Yeah, if you just tell me what the score
So
is. that
13
you
plus 3 is 16. Yeah.
Yep. So that's give me a number.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's why these dice are so much easier.
That's right. 5.
5. Yep.
So I
Swing.
get ching. And then I want to find an interface point with this cipher and pop open a door at some point. Yeah.
Well,
So maybe I grab him with the other hand, which transforms.
So how far away
out
is
of the
B?
blade.
Well, just to let you know, so what the other cipher is on your back, so the Jade Protector swings in towards your back to try and hack away at this thing.
Okay, it's not attacking me.
It seems to be climbing onto you,
The
whether it's
protector.
aiming towards your face.
No, the protector's attacking the cipher.
Cipher, yeah.
Not
Who is on your
attacking
back?
me.
That's
not
right.
attacking me.
Well, it's a blurry line at this
Okay.
one moment because it's on your back.
Okay, I'm gonna. How far
So
away is B?
it goes to slice over and
Cool.
hacks into one of the legs of this cipher, and it buries into electronics. It does look similar to yours.
Right. How
And
far away
doesn't
is
get too far into the leg.
How far away is B?
Beat is about 2 houses away.
Oh, so quite
Yeah,
far away.
He bolted.
Can I
She
fling
bolted, sorry.
my cipher of a frigid wall in front of her
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool, which is creates a wall of super cooled air up to 30 feet by 30 feet that inflicts damage equal to the cipher level. It's level 8 on anything that passes through it for 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to get you make your throw roll, which I
Yep.
think you have an advantage
Yep.
on here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. And I'm going to expend some effort.
Okay, how much?
1.
Okay.
1 effort.
Yes, okay. Yeah, it appears.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Cool.
It
So that's in
appears
front of her.
she runs straight into it
Yep.
and bounces off, because this frigid area is blowing quite hard,
Yeah,
is that
super
right?
cool,
Creates
yeah,
a
yep,
barrier. So she hits it and it's just frostbite across all the front of her body, and she falls backwards, just gasping.
Great. With this combat on me, I'm still
You're still
lumbering.
lumbering through as he's hacked through. This one's lifted itself up,
That's
Johnny.
the one I'm going for.
Yep. So Johnny, your turn, and then Ben's.
Kindly hold.
Have I-
Kindly hold it down.
Have I noticed, like, that these two are fighting each other? The one that was attacking me is now being attacked
I'm just about to get to it.
by its fellow Cypher.
So
or
my
you
plan
haven't
is to
quite-
do
It
like-
isn't, because Ben hasn't attacked anyone yet.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
my plan is to kind of do a Borg-like interface into its neck and.
But so far, he's blocked.
I see R2D2.
He's blocked
as a-
one attack, and that's it so far. But he's blocked the Jade Protectors attack.
How? So they're how? It'd be nice to see everything. Wouldn't it? How far away?
I think
What,
we
like
make this joke
miniatures?
almost every single time. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
it's
had to. I had to.
It's
How
our
far
joke.
away is Bede then?
Couple of houses away. But now has stopped
Prone.
with a giant wall of
Super
frigid, cold,
Yeah.
super cold air, which is already turning snow around it. And
Wow.
Doesn't affect me.
Okay, well I'm just gonna
might
I'm
be
just
able
gonna
to freeze your hot.
fire. I'm gonna fire my crossbow at the Cypher that attacked me.
Yep. The one that's you flung across the thing.
The one that I pushed.
Sure.
Cool. So is crossbow might or speed?
Speed.
Yeah. Cool. I have 2 edge speed, but they probably won't help me because I didn't roll a.
You rolled a one.
Oh, one.
What's
One
it?
hit.
So yeah,
that's
no.
a 2, but that's probably still better.
No, yeah. You're. I mean, you've just expended all this energy, and you just quickly pull out your crossbow, fire, and it just it bounces across to the side. Then something appears
So,
out of you.
so the right hand, the blade disappears, and the intention to grab the shoulder and
To grab one off Murray's.
Hmm?
Murray's one.
Or the one against the wall.
You're
One-
gonna go.
no, this way.
The one
I
over
just
towards.
shot
So
at.
you
Yeah,
you move
crossbow.
towards the
Yeah.
wall, and you straight into.
So basically attack with a sort of a agility attack kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so speed attack.
Speed attack.
Go for it. So you're gonna expend any effort.
Yes. I'll expend an effort.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I lose 2 of those. Yep. And just go.
Yep. And it goes in,
Excellent. So I roll an 11.
which is.
Uh,
Just give me the number of the thing, because that's why it helps
you
me,
should
because
roll
it makes it so much
The
faster.
3.
One of those.
3.
If you want to, you could choose one of these dice.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That'll
so,
tell
so,
you the
so how does this work? So
The number on it tells you the difficulty you've passed.
Okay.
And then the plus is what?
The plus.
So
So,
6
so
plus
that would
3.
be a 6 plus 3 damage. So that would be plus 3 damage, and that would also be a minor crit.
You get the pluses on a crit.
Okay, cool.
You just rolled a 20.
6 plus 3.
I
You're
rolled
at
a
19.
Yay!
19. 6 plus 2.
So that's what I do.
Okay. And it goes straight in.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
And-
ignore my 11.
It didn't happen.
That's right.
You interface with this, plunging some kind of sensory device straight into it, and you see the eyes just go to Jade, and it looks over towards you, and you connect with something, a kin, and your brain starts to have a conversation with it. What do you say?
Excellent. I say, greetings, kin. Why are you attacking my friends?
My
One,
directive
one, one, one,
is
zero, zero,
to
one,
stop
zero,
the
zero, zero,
human.
one, one, one,
That's right, yeah.
double, one, 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 one,
We can talk for like an hour's worth of dialogue
Yeah,
right
in
now,
a-
and
in a
it'll all happen in a
millisecond, yeah,
10
yeah,
second. So your directive
My
is what?
directive is to stop the humans.
Stop
and
the
to
humans.
Stop the abhumans.
To stop the abhumans from achieving what?
To stop ciphers from barging towards the you start to see the power from it start to fade. To stop my directive it
Who is directing
Is
you? Before you
my
fail, it's
directive
crucial that you give us information.
to my directive is it points towards the bee and towards the gauntlet.
Excellent.
My master, and then it stops.
And so I just sort of release, they go like things blowing off taking off a space shuttle, and release the thing, and it just collapses to the ground.
Yeah.
Nice. And all of that took the time it took.
Yeah, that was one turn.
Boom.
Cool.
Done.
I'm going to grab the cipher on me and fling it at my frigid wall.
That's not a common word you hear. I grab the cipher on me and throw it at the frigid wall.
Frigid wall!
Of course.
As you do.
Just to
I'm
make
gonna
the day, Numenera.
Absolutely.
Go
Well,
for
middle of the night.
Yeah. Now you have advantage to. You get.
Smashing, carrying, bashing.
This sounds like that.
Yes. Yep. And I'm going to use some effort as well.
Go for it.
11. 3.
I'm going to give you an advantage to that. So yeah, you grab it and you fling it across. It hits the frigid wall and passes through it frozen salt. Sweet. So it's on the other side of the wall.
Cool.
The Jade Protector swings at you again. They seem to be trying to attack you, and three of them are now trying to strike.
I've
at
got
you.
one on me, have I?
One of them was going. Actually, so yeah, two go for you.
Ouch.
So do you want to make a roll to block again?
So I can spend. No, I just do speed defense.
Yeah. And you've got your shields, don't you? You can block. Yeah.
That's right. So I just rotate coolly, agilely, and I'm cool. So
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. You
We all use
easily
That's right.
block it.
Yeah. So I don't actually need a round I don't need that because I can actually just position
Yeah.
that,
You are that. that
Your
bar.
shield doesn't need to be
That's right.
shield shaped.
The other
Yeah.
one, goes to strike and stops, and you can see realization coming across him what's going on. And
I
he
urge
goes,
you.
wait.
I urge you to be passive towards me. I am not your enemy.
He pauses and stops and sort of seems to be the smarter of them, and he grabs his partner's wrist and stops him from attacking.
Ah.
So where's Bede?
Bede's still on the ground.
Bede's on the ground covering her
Cool.
face.
I'm going to place
Her hands are just frozen.
one of my limbs on the ground, which is going to basically then, next to her wrist, a rock comes out of the ground and basically grasps her wrist and holds her tight.
Like
Yeah,
handcuffs.
she had
Manipulating
You hold her
living
there.
rock.
You can already see the skin flaking off.
Right.
Oh.
Whoa.
She's screaming.
Lumbering over. I'm going to take the thing from her hands. Her cold, dead hands.
Yeah, yeah. You take it off. It seems to have the crystal seems to be no longer glowing or showing any faceted light. It seems dulled.
So, can I analyze? Like I interfaced.
Yeah.
Obviously,
You have an idea of it.
large packets of data were transferred. Can I now process that data post hoc and find out anything else? Like what were they? Were they produced by the gauntlet or?
It seems to be that they were some kind of produced by the gauntlet and was able to be controlled by it. So perhaps you were created in the same fashion, which is a very sad thought. Or perhaps it teleports them.
Well,
Yeah.
they
I'm
appear to
just
know
standing there going.
But the most likely conclusion that you can come to is that you were somehow replicated, and that you were literally fighting yourself.
Is this thing completely dead?
It seems to be, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of the time with ciphers, they're a
They
one
only
shot.
work
Yeah.
once. So I'll say to have I worked out who's in charge with these Jade Protectors?
Yeah.
Jade Protector, is that right?
Jade Protector. Yeah, there seems to
So-
be a man named Shine.
Shine.
And, yep, he has an official badge on him.
All right.
That, and is dressed better than the others.
Alright, so I'll sort of sidle up next to him.
Yep.
I'll say, Friend Shine, we don't always see eye to eye on these matters, but I think it would be best if you took this into custody. And I sort of gesture vaguely towards both Bede and the Gauntlet.
Shine nods and takes it. I will take it back to
Milan.
To Milana. No one's got impatience. He takes it, and then, he can't take he can't take Bede because Bede is literally locked to the ground. He
Okay,
has one
I
movement.
release Bede and I then warm her.
Oh, nice.
You warm her. It,
With your
Warm her.
moltenness.
it doesn't help a lot.
No, okay.
Because that's not really how healing works.
No, I'm
Uh-huh.
just.
You wouldn't know because you're.
Oh no,
you're a rock.
I'm melting. I'm just melting the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You help to melt it, and
I lean over to Bede and sort of loudly in her ear say, "I'm sorry, Bede. It appears that your item is expended. Our contract is breached, I believe, and we shall not offer you a fee as promised."
her face is
set up
like
a
almost melted away, and she's. She can't comprehend.
Yeah, I'm satisfied that I did
You've done your bit.
That's right.
Alright, I'm gonna this is like I'd know where the healer is, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a local.
Yeah, you can take her to the
So I'm
healer
gonna-
if you want to. She's pretty much not capable of much right
yeah,
now.
so I'll pick her up and carry her to the healer.
You guys take her to
I
the local healer.
I know you're large, but I'm also quite sizable.
Maybe it irks you a little that, that he's doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Irks me that he's trying to.
What's your might? Like 20 or something?
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are
Nice.
large, man.
I'm
Nice.
the bashing, carrying, smashing thing.
Yeah.
Actually-
I mean, my might is 17, so I'm not that.
You're actually quite
That's right.
strong
And
too.
you're
Actually,
15.
although I have a lithe appearance, my skeleton is made from titanium, so that I actually have a greater capacity for lifting quality and I'm sorry. That's right.
Alright.
You take a. You all three of you take
Yeah, we've got a limb each,
carry
and there's a
her
limb dangling.
Yeah.
to the healing house, which is a manor owned by the Duvalds, who are a family of merchants. The light is on when you get there, even though it's quite late. And you knock on the door, and there's no answer. But you look through the window, and you don't hear. So you see a group of them gather around each other, just sort of. They seem to be talking in hushed tones, all in one big group. And you bang as loud as you want. Yeah, they
Nothing.
don't seem to turn. I'll get you to make intellect rolls for me.
Me?
Yeah.
You.
Oh, yeah.
5.
Okay.
Effectively 7.
Okay. Is that a?
It's a 5, but I also have. I'm
Yeah.
trained in this.
You notice that they all seem to be sporting some kind of cipher that comes off as a rod protruding from their back. It could be a token of some kind that shows that they're healers. It could be something of authority, but you've never seen one before. And they all seem to be very still.
These men and women are sporting strange extensions on their back. I'm not familiar with this model. Is it something you have seen before?
It isn't, no. I've never seen it either.
I'm going to wrench the door
Yeah.
off its hinges.
I was about to do something similar, but,
Sorry.
you know, you're made of rock.
You're listening. You're too busy listening.
Cool. Make a might roll.
I am.
I'm too busy.
This
Might
is
as
your
well.
this is your thing.
Using some effort.
This is your thing.
Oh,
Not so good.
level
Your rolling
2.
has been around this
Hasn't it been
number a
pulled?
lot, actually.
I might switch to the Numenera die. rather
Here,
than
let me help you.
big heavy.
My skeleton is reinforced with titanium.
Whatever that is. Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Raw.
I'm going to expend some effort and pull the door off its hinges.
All right, go for it. Make a rolls.
So 2.
Same as
but plus 3. So
Yeah, it's
So
exactly the
3.
same roll. So between the two of you, yes, the door it comes across, but not of the same effect as you were hoping it would
And
have.
you're like, I loosened that for you.
I loosen.
Can I try and be a bit more, use a bit more finesse
Yeah,
in
you
this task?
turn the handle.
And turn the handle?
I thought you were
Maybe more than-
going to slip into the gap that we just
No,
created.
more than turning the handle, I'm gonna get all jack on this door and try and kind of jimmy it open.
Okay, yeah,
You know.
go for it.
So I have a special ability in my current state.
Yep.
Well, in any state, I think. Oh, hang on. I haven't listed that. Alright, I don't know whether I actually do have this ability at the moment. It might only be when I'm
This is
gravel.
not. This is not an electrical machine or a Jade monolith machine.
This is a
Jade.
what kind of machinery is this?
That's right.
They call it wood.
What's this technology?
Colossus.
It's a locking mechanism. It's got gears and pulleys. Needs a key. Strange magic.
I should study this in the future.
So
What's your power?
You're trying to pick it, and we're trying to pull it off its hinges.
Yeah, well, we
This
both
should-
tried, failed.
Well, no, it's just that Johnny's doing this at the exact same moment.
No,
So-
we both try. He tries, then I try, then Johnny tries.
Yeah,
He's about
it's
to
it's
try.
pretty much off its hinges. It's very, very loose.
Okay.
So you could quite easily knock it. But Johnny, you reach towards
Well,
it
you could
and
slip
turn
the
it.
thing in.
I love this has been the hardest thing you've fought so far.
I remember shirt battle.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna use
Yes.
TPK
right,
on a
that's
shirt.
right.
That's so bad.
In, yeah.
Carrying crown.
I'm gonna use brute finesse.
That
Where
sounds
I
like
can-
an
Oh,
oxymoron.
that sounds like an oxymoron.
So I can spend.
Oh.
I can spend might for a speed-based, non-combat
Yep.
task.
Brute finesse.
Okay, cool.
So just
So-
before you roll,
making this up.
So it's kind of like lock picking by smashing it.
Bash
Yeah.
lock picking.
You guys
Yeah.
are such delicate instruments, aren't you?
so just as
All
you're
of
about
us, the
to
whole
do it,
party has delicacy.
when you lean down and I say, Bargo, I have an interesting question. I noticed that Aok flushes or glows when I suggest that I do something strong in his place. Is that similar to the way you... Oh, sorry. Are you trying to concentrate?
Yes, I am.
So -1 to that round.
Increase
Thanks,
the
Ben.
difficulty.
Yeah, I'll let you concentrate.
Gee,
I
hang on,
won't say
player
more.
intrusion.
Player
Is that even a
intrusion.
thing?
Take back that XP.
All right. So it's 4 or 5 with my.
Yeah, the door opens.
So we kind of had a pulling.
You open it and then it sort of just falls inwards.
Oh no, they were pulling and I
It's
pulled.
like
Yeah.
there's three sets of nodding.
Yeah.
I showed that door.
It pivots, sort of. Yeah. It is open. The door is also now
The lock
free
is
floating.
still locked. We opened it at the hinges end.
That's right.
Opened the other way.
Ah.
Oh, it's amazing what you do
Better
with a credit
signage
card.
on doors. This
That's
is
right,
ridiculous.
that's right.
Yeah, the door is open.
Excellent. We walk in.
Okay, you hear the sounds of
One of us is carrying bead.
communal whispering as the sounds of
I can do
the
whispering.
door die down.
But they
It
haven't
seems to
paid
be.
attention to us?
Sorry, they don't pay any attention, but you hear as they seem to be all gathered around
Conspiratorial
a bed, a
whispers.
table, or something, and they are whispering. It seems like chanting almost, but it doesn't have a repetitive nature. It's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah. It doesn't repeat itself in a chant, but it seems to be at the same tone.
Excuse me. We're looking for the healer. Hello?
They all turn in unison and look over towards you
Oh,
with that
glad.
same kind of whispering sound.
Do they look normal?
They are human and you recognise some of them. Some of them seems to be part of the healers of the area.
But they don't look.
Others seem to be people you recognise from the wreckage.
Okay.
That seem to live around that area where the Colossus first burst out, and there seems to be more of them than others. If you have any local knowledge skill, anything that would give you an idea of that,
Yeah.
no. No, cool. You don't recognise any of them particularly as by name, but they all seem to
Are they-
stare at you, whispering like.
They're
Are
still
their
whispering.
Eyes look normal?
Glazed. You see a body on the table, and they just continue to whisper at you in this monotone.
Perhaps we will come back another time. I see you're a bit busy at the moment.
One of them moves over towards you, and notices the body.
Good evening, madam.
And
We have an injured person
Continues
here.
the whispering and yeah, you trying to make out words. You think you hear certain words, but you're
Yeah.
not sure.
Can I analyse the speech and pick
Yeah.
out a single thread of it with
Yeah.
my androidy ears?
Sure.
Intellect roll. I
What your
suppose?
android is, tell you.
Yeah. It's quite
Yeah.
difficult because it's not loud at all. It's very quiet and yeah.
I guess I strain to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna strain your ears, take damage.
Ear
So
cramp.
three,
Ow.
3 plus 1, yeah, so 4. So
Uh,
rather than reducing the difficulty, we just add on to our roll. Is that way you like to do it?
Sorry?
Rather than you reduce the difficulty.
No, I reduced the difficulty.
I said because I did strain.
Sorry?
Because I
you
used
effort?
effort. Yeah.
Yeah, it's now if I had to say the diff was 4,
Yeah. So I just
It would
say
now be
3.
three.
To you. What do I just say 3? To
and
you.
I go, yep,
Okay. Good.
yeah,
Okay.
because I've already done the maths.
Okay. Good.
Because I can usually do +1 or -1, but
Yeah,
I can't do
That's
divide
right. Yeah.
by
Yeah. That's cool.
3
I was just
as
wondering.
well.
Yeah. So I can just
Yeah.
tell you I'm doing.
It's a lot
effort,
faster, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you hear some of the words. They seem to be words of silence, trapped, imprisoned. These are certain words, but others are gibberish, as if other languages are being used that you're not sure. But yeah, the common talk, which is called. Can't remember the name of it.
So I'm not kind of.
Sorry, folks. I
I'm
can't
not
remember the name
sort of
of the
perceiving that they're behaving.
basic language.
Yeah, I'm not perceiving that they're behaving abnormally, particularly. That's why I tried to
Sure.
be just aggressive.
Well, the figure comes over towards you, and you see that there seems to be some kind of synthetic pole that sticks out of somewhere in its back near its spine, and it leans over towards the body, and looks down at it and whispers into the ear of Bede, and you hear Bede start to repeat the same voice, and Bede moves out of your hands and stands up and starts whispering towards you and
Right.
trying to lean in towards your ear.
Okay. Is there any personality to beat, or is
Bede now
kind
just
of
seems
become
to
like
be completely blank.
I'm going to push her into the group.
Hard?
Yeah.
Okay. You fling Bede across the room, and she stumbles into the group. The group doesn't make way for her, sort of just absorbs it. They stumble and stutter, and then they move back. The other turns, and they move over back towards the table. And on the table is someone you do recognize. You see a man called the Oracle. The Oracle is a man who looks like this, or at least he does when he's awake. He has one arm which seems to be made up of some synthetic pylon. He is on the table, and you hear him. He seems to be he's whispering as well, and next to him is an automaton which is on its side. It seems to be broken, and you know that the automaton follows the Oracle everywhere. The Oracle seems to know the most about the Jade Colossus, and the appendage that it has is used to touch things and actually discover truths about it. The truth, that's what the name of the common language is called. And this thing is able to touch things. You know that he has no memory of his past, and that he once went into the Jade Monolith and came back with this automaton. And this automaton's followed him around everywhere. It's quite a dangerous machine, and has been known to
But it looks broken.
hurt people. It seems to be broken, and has been lying there, and he is just he seems to be his mouth moving, but no sound is coming out, and he's yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen. What exactly is occurring here?
They move back around the body.
They are not very pleasant, are they? They seem distracted.
They seem to be in some sort of a trance.
Their blink rate is unusual for normal people.
You notice a small protrusion coming out of Bede's shoulder.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Can I try and interface to see if it's a Jade Colossus object?
Sure.
Can I reach one of them easily and just go and
You can walk
touch it?
over to
Yeah.
the group.
So I'm going to touch it with a plug, which is on my finger, which appears. Just
Okay.
touch it, like select. I
Make a
suppose.
roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Just like that.
Oh, yep, just
6
like
plus
that.
3.
Okay.
It's like a 20.
You connect with it. Absolutely connect with it. In fact,
That's what happens.
yeah, normally I would have given you something quite bad if you just made it. But the
mm.
fact that you made it really well means that the whispering hits you and it becomes your entire identity. It's almost like it rewrites your coding.
Oh, good.
And
That's not bad.
And as it goes through, your own system begins to fight it, and it wars within your coding to be able
Firewalls.
to rewrite the entire makeup of your characteristics, your personality, and your directives. And just by sheer force of will, you're able to overcome this whispering and to stop it. But you get a sense as this thing is whispering that something that has been suppressed has now been revealed.
Is the Oracle fighting?
It seems to be that he's suffering from a number of wounds, but whatever's happened has already happened.
Okay, I'm going to move over and push them out of the way.
Yeah, you go knock them flying.
Gather up the Oracle and the automaton.
Yeah.
And then trundle out.
Why?
The Oracle, his arm, the part with the appendage, knocks into you as you're picking him up, and you sense that his life force is the last remaining energy. He seems to have moved into his appendage, and he just says, "Run."
Okay. All right, I'm going to basically encase what I've picked up of him in my... Basically make a fissure and basically encase him in me. And then I'm going to move... Yeah. And then I'm going to...
Dragging this automaton behind you.
Oh, just... No, the same thing, basically. Just
Okay,
like,
this is massive.
I'm dragging the automaton.
Yep, cool.
Cool.
All right.
What are
What are
you
you doing?
Run.
Or walk slowly.
You've
Why?
never seen me move so fast.
Yeah.
The world around you just begins to shake. The entire place, just like an earthquake, has started, and a rending, tearing sound begins to emanate echoing across the town.
And that's
where we're gonna take
a break.
Oh my god!
Yeah. If you followed to here, please like, subscribe, and comment. We really appreciate it. And do we have a code word we want to use? Whisper.
Colossus.
Whisper.
Whisper.
And yeah, tune in. We'll shoot another video your way. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.